What's up, YouTube? Crazy suckers. Please like and what it won't go down. Okay, well, like no, subscribe. I'm gonna try it myself. No. Okay, well, feel free to like and subscribe. In fact, please do, and tell your friends. I hope you enjoy this video.
Hello, everybody. It's another beautiful day. Y'all doing okay? That's my mic for recording there, so excuse it. The Tube Ultra Gain Mic 100 by Behringer. Pretty sweet little device. I do recommend it. Does a phenomenal job. Been using it for 2 weeks. Let's go through some of the functions. You start with your gain. Now, for those of you that don't know gain, okay, a lot of people attribute that to volume. It is, but it's more than volume. It's sensitivity. You're trying to achieve greater sensitivity through turning up the volume. But you're not turning up the volume on the output. Okay? You're turning up the volume on the input. Okay? So what this is doing is actually making your microphone more sensitive. Okay? It's actually making that be more sensitive. Then you have a 20 dB pad. What that does is it actually reduces the decibels of your output by reducing the volume of your output so that your input can have more sensitivity without too much more volume. It's kind of tricky how that works. Then you have your 48 volt phantom power supply for your condenser microphones like this one. Then you have phase reverse. That's for either two products that are not working properly together, getting optimal sound because their wiring, the way that they're wired is different. Or if you wire your speakers, if it's on an external speaker setup, if you wire them reversed, like instead of red being on red and black being on black, or whatever, positive being on positive, negative being on negative, this will actually reverse that in this so that rectifies that problem. And then you have the limiter itself. And what the limiter does, it is actually limits the frequencies in which this will pick up. So, because the microphone naturally wants to pick up every frequency it possibly can. Many of those frequencies we can't hear, so it's waste. Okay? This will limit the frequencies so that the power that's being produced by this to operate the microphone and to put it out will actually be more properly utilized for the human ear, if you will. Okay? That's about the best way that I can explain it. Okay? It just reduces the frequency range of operation to a manageable, understandable, human compatible arena. Okay? Then you have your output. Now what this is called a preamp. So this is a bit of an amplifier. It's actually pushing the sound and making it louder. Okay? This actually controls your output. This actually controls the amount of volume that is actually going to your device. Uh, so this is your input side. This is your output side. So you're controlling your mic here and your device volume here. Okay. They do affect each other. Uh, and so you have to play with it and figure out where you're at. If you'll notice, I have some markings. On yours, it may be different, so I wouldn't necessarily pay attention to my markings. But just to give you an idea, if I had the 20 dB pad on, this is about where I'm clipping out. Okay, where it's just unmanageable or clipping out or whatever. If I have that off, which you'll notice I have it noted off, this is where I'm clipping out. So you can see the difference between where I'm at here and here. Okay, that's like almost a quarter at least of the turning dial range. I mean, it's more than a quarter, probably around 3/8, somewhere around in there. Uh, so that is the Behringer Tube Ultra Gain mic 100. There is a 200. I believe, I'm trying to remember if the 200 was a dual mic. I think it was a dual mic, but I'm not 100% positive. But I do know that one of them, it might have been the 200, has a dial here that actually will select it to go to like guitar or other instruments, so that it'll adjust things internally for instruments as well. It would actually have vocal, guitar, piano, so on and so forth. Currently, I am utilizing I actually have it on my belt right here, the iRig. Since this was kind of being a portable, I didn't want to have to take everything down out of my little office area. So, and I wanted to do this out in the living room, give you a little bit of a change of scenery. Plus, my office is a mess right now. So, anyway, so I just decided, well, I'll use the iRig. Anyway, so there's the mic I'm using. Just to give you an idea, that's the Integear Phantom power supply. Now, the thing about this, all this is this one button, the 48 volt button. That's all that is. It doesn't have no other features. Okay. So there is no volume control on this other than what's in whatever app you're using, be it Smule, be it a video editor, be it another karaoke app. I know there's a few other karaoke apps that are out there, or whatever other volume app you're using. But this will just power and allow that microphone to operate, being that it requires a 48 volts. What I do like about this, that I actually prefer about this over that, is that when you hit this power button, the whole thing shuts on and off. Okay, so you can leave it plugged in. Again, not a major crisis on the Behringer. It's not a deal killer. So anyway, that's about it on that. I do have some other great things coming up. If you're wondering why I'm not using my video camera, actually, there it is. It's in the box. It's going back to Amazon. The audio was great on it, phenomenal. It's got built-in phantom power and the whole works. And the camera, The audio part of it was just awesome. The functionality was awesome. There is something wrong with the image sensor on that one, and it looked horrible. I mean, just less than WVGA type quality. It was just terrible. Uh, it almost looked like you were looking through an infrared camera, is what it looked like. Uh, so it's going back. I'm supposed to have another one here tomorrow. We will do a review or open box, or I might at least try to. I do have some other things going on with regular work because I do work for a living. I am going to do some videos regarding actually what I do for work to kind of help all y'all people out. So we will get into that. It's some air conditioning stuff, okay? So stay tuned for that. That's going to be exciting. But I'm going to try to do an open box on my new video camera when it gets here. And then I'm going to do probably the same thing I did with this and use it for a week or two. And then I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I learned about it, the functionality, the stuff that's going to help you in the real world. I say in the real world. This is YouTube. This is us having fun and all that stuff, but it's your world, so it is the real world. But how you would use it to benefit you the best. And that's kind of what I'm getting at. So yeah, that's that. So hopefully all this stuff comes in and we're able to get some stuff done. I've got some other things possibly in the works, but we'll see what's what on all of that. But between now and then, we'll see you in the funny papers.